of how customers attach value to a product. Very familiar na sa atin yung 1 and 2, the need and then the want. Alright? I guess lahat naman tayo pamilyado na dyan sa needs and wants. Pag sinabi nating needs and wants, these are part of the basic marketing principles that we know. Right? So though this or though these are parang simple words lang, they hold a very complex meaning behind each differentiation factor. Right? So let's start with needs. So these are the basic requirement of any human being. And without them, humans cannot survive. So for example, humans need what? Food, clothing, warmth, and safety. Without this, we cannot survive. No, so lagi niyong tatandaan, ang needs po ay hindi created by marketers. No, we don't create needs. It pre-exists already in nature. No, wala pang marketing, existing na yan na pangangailangan ng tao. So human needs are states of felt deprivation. No, so for example, according to Abraham Maslow, meron tayong physical needs, food, clothing, warmth, and safety. We have social needs, belonging and affection. We have individual needs, knowledge and self-expression. So we can say that food, water, and shelter are few examples of need. Now, let's talk about wants. Wants are the desires which are not necessary for survival. We can live without these things, basically. Diba? So that is why marketers play a big role or an important role in creating demand by customizing these needs para maging wants sila. Nakakahabol tayo sa discussion. Naiintindihan natin yung difference between want.
Yes, sir.
Right, very good. So, anong nakaka-apekto sa wants? Of course, number 1, we have the culture and personal preference. Okay, yan ang mga nakaka-apekto sa mga wants natin. So a want is basically shaped by a person's society and described in terms of objects that satisfy their needs. Diba? So for example, you are thirsty. So basically, you just need water. Diba? But some of us want something else. No, for example, you want Coca-Cola, you want Mountain Dew, you want Sprite. And again, these wants are affected by our personal preference of what we want. Di ba, for example, yung iba sa atin nauuhaw, ayaw ko ng tubig, I want soda. Pero yung iba sa atin, ayaw ng Coca-Cola kasi ang paniniwala natin, kapag mas darker yung iniinom mong beverage, mas maraming sugar. That's why yung iba pinipila Sprite. Kasi clear daw, di ba? May mga naririnig kayong ganyan. So yung iba naman, they want fruity flavor. So ito yung mga wants, and these were created by, of course, marketers. Tayo ang nag-create ng wants. Now, ano naman yung mga demands? Demand, a set of wants plus the desire and ability to pay for the product. So again, marketers play a big role dito po sa demands. So these are human wants backed by ability. They are able, they can buy, and they are willing to buy. So ability and willingness to buy. Alright, so for example, before the example, ang difference between wants and demand is the desire to buy. Okay, because sometimes, for example, you want iPhone 13, but you don't have the ability and willingness to buy. Diba? So want mo lang siya, pero diba, hindi ka naman able and wala kang ability to buy it because of course, for example, ako wala naman akong pera, I cannot buy iPhone 13. No, so however, people who can afford these kinds of products, they natatransform nila yung wants nila into demands. Diba? That's why even though maraming expensive, luxurious products globally, nagpapatuloy pa rin yung business nila kahit mahal. For example, yung mga expensive bags, bakit patuloy pa rin yung business nila? Kasi may demand. There's a demand for expensive bags. There's a demand for expensive cars. Diba? So willingness to buy a BMW is a want. If you have the buying power, then it becomes a demand. So yan yung 3 drivers of how customers attach value to a product. Going back to the 5 levels of the product, na-discuss na natin yung core benefit, the main reason why people are buying the product. Next, we have the generic product, a version of the product containing only those attributes or characteristics absolutely necessary. Ano lang yung necessary na features or characteristics para mag-function ang produkto na yan. Going back to the Coca-Cola company. So sabi natin kanina, the core benefit of Coca-Cola is to quench a thirst. We can say that the generic product is a burnt vanilla smelling, black, carbonated, and sweetened fizzy drink. No, so that's the generic.